on behalf of your client and his respect towards you, you are a white man. That rage is not directed at white men. That rage is directed at people in our community that are struggling day after day, day after day. They are targeted like this. Not like that, not with those words written on a wall with a brick thrown through the window. They deal with it every day with every interaction that they have. And for you to go to their safe place, for you to go where they go get help, where they go seek safety and inclusion, this happens twice, wearing a bandana on your face and a baseball cap to hide your identity. That doesn't sound like behavior that happened because you were under the influence. This is hate for our brothers and sisters in the community. That's what I see here. Every day we get services and resources, and Mr. Hurley is right, this county is rich with resources. And the Lantern is probably one of the most reputable recovery programs in our community. And I'm glad that you found sobriety there. But this behavior can't go unpunished because there has to be deterrence. We don't want this in our community, and we won't tolerate it in our community. I want to comment on the victim impact statement given by Ms. Pepra from the Colors and Counseling Agency. She lives her mission. She lives her mission because her statement in court today was about punishment in addition to helping you, the person that violated her mission, that made youth in our community afraid to go to their safe place. She still wants redemption for you, and she believes that you are redeemable. And I do too. But that's going to have to wait. Before imposing sentence, I will note for the record that I have considered the record, the oral statements made here today, the pre-sentence investigation and the reintegration plan, as well as the statements made by Detective Rutt and Ms. Pepra. The court is formulating this decision based upon the overriding principles and purposes of felony sentencing to protect the public from future crime by you and to punish you, but using the minimum sanctions that the court determines accomplishes those purposes without imposing an unnecessary burden on state or local government resources. I have considered the need for incapacitation, deterrence, and rehabilitation. I have not received a request for restitution. If one is to be made, it needs to be made now.
Your Honor, I have requested an invoice from the business that was in response to the first incident. I expect to receive that. I have received that. I will forward it as soon as I can.
I have to impose the restitution amount at the same time of sentencing, so at this time, unless you have a number that Mr. Freshwater is amenable to, I cannot impose restitution.
But at this time, the number that I have is $2,200.
Mr. Vernon?
Without objection, that's fine with the school. That's
Restitution will be ordered in the amount of $2,200. The court is considering the seriousness and recidivism factors relevant to the offense and the offender, and I'm ensuring that the sentence imposed does not demean the seriousness of the crime, the impact on the many victims, and is consistent with other similar offenses committed by like offenders. Finally, the sentence is not based upon any impermissible purposes, namely the race, ethnic background, gender, or religion of Mr. Freshwater. Mr. Freshwater, at the time of your plea, I went over post control with you. On 5th-degree felonies, the parole board may monitor you for up to 2 years. At the discretion of the parole board, it is not mandatory. If you are placed on post-release control and you violate, the adult parole authority may send you back to prison for up to half the original sentence imposed. If you are convicted of a new felony while on post-release control, in addition to being punished for the new offense, the judge may add an additional consecutive prison term of 1 year or whatever time remains on your post-release control term, whichever is greater as a maximum. While on post-release control, if you fail to report to your parole officer, you may be charged with another felony, which is called escape. The court finds that a prison sentence is consistent with the principles and purposes of felony sentencing. You are hereby sentenced to 12 months on the vandalism. You will get credit for time served on the criminal damaging and 12 months on the ethnic intimidation. Those counts will run concurrent to each other for a total of 1 year. But Mr. Freshwater, I'm not going to discount the request made by Ms. Pepper. I will consider a motion for judicial release, which is a motion for early release, which then gives the court an opportunity to place you on community control sanctions for a period to be determined up to 5 years. In that time, the court will be able to work with you, impose that period of community service, and get you into treatment programs. And if you're serious about your sobriety, then you'll continue to work on your sobriety wherever you are. I will order an institutional report upon receipt of that motion, and I'll see what you've been doing in prison in order to prepare yourself to be a member of our community. And if I see that you're not doing the right things, I'm going to deny that motion. But I'm putting it on the record today, and I'm putting it in the journal entry that I'm not foreclosing the opportunity for you to be granted an early release so that you can come get the services that we do have to offer you. The court has imposed the restitution amount, and because that amount is substantial, I'm not going to impose a fine. Your court costs are waived and you are ordered remanded.
Thank you, Judge.
148 days jail credit.
Mr. Freshwater, you will receive 148 days in time served.
Thank you, Judge.